Hey guys, welcome back to Mini Mindy TV, and I am back again with another video. Hey guys, welcome back to Mini Mindy TV, and I am doing a postpartum video. Baby boy is 7 weeks, and I wanted to just come in and talk to you guys about everything they don't tell you when you are about to get pregnant, or like after you have a baby. Like, nobody really tells you this stuff, and I feel like had I known, I would have been more prepared for it. So I just wanted to come and let you guys know what my experience was, because those first 2 weeks after you have a baby, y'all, is like nothing to play with. Like, nothing to play with. And when I tell you, it probably was the hardest thing of my life, like outside of like labor. It was the hardest thing of my life, and like it was so like emotional and so like mentally draining that like it just, you don't really realize like how much stuff you actually take for granted when it comes to like just regular daily life living, like as far as like being able to like just get up and move so freely, and you know, go to the bathroom and, oh sorry guys, a baby's crying, be right back. Hey guys, so I'm back, and I just wanted to grab him really quickly because he was crying. But yeah, I want to come in and talk about like really the reality of how it is after you have a baby. It's not easy, and those first 2 weeks, when I tell you, it's like hell on wheels. Like, it's hell on fucking wheels, and excuse my language, but you almost gotta use profanity for like how excruciating that pain is, and how mentally and emotionally and physically draining those first 2 weeks are. And I want to say that it was the roughest time of like my life, like compared to labor. Like, labor had nothing on like those first 2 weeks of having a baby. Like, after having a baby, like nobody talks about the physical pain and like how it really is after you have a baby. And I'm here to like bring that to you, because when I tell you that sugar honey iced tea was hell on wheels, like I was like, I almost never like want to have a baby again, because it was just so like much pain and so much like emotional mental breakdown of it. So we just gonna get right in, because I don't want to like prolong this too much. So the first 2 weeks I went through bleeding a lot, because that's normal like after you have a baby. I managed to have a 3rd-degree tear, which is the worst tear that you can have when you have a baby. But because he was coming so fast, I couldn't control how fast he was coming and how I was gonna tear. But I just want to say that if you feel like you might tear, or like this is your first baby, or like you never know, I would recommend like getting a donut, because those kind of help a lot, or like sitting on a pillow or whatever, because it helps with the discomfort from like when you're sitting down. But can we talk about how those 2 weeks were mentally and emotionally and physically exhausting? Like, it was to the point where I had 2 really bad emotional breakdowns, because I was just so tired and so like physically drained that like you take being able to get up and like being able to move around so freely for granted. And when you have a baby, it does such a toll on your body that like every part of your body that you never even thought existed was sore. And it messes with you when like your baby's crying and like you can't get up as fast as you want to, or like you can't sit down as fast as you want to, you can't walk as fast as you want to, you can't use the bathroom so freely. And it's like things like that, like you really take for granted, and nobody tells you about how after you give birth to a baby naturally, or even with meds, how you're incontinent after. And really what it is that your muscles are too weak at that time to control being able to hold your bowel movements and being able to hold, you know, peeing and stuff like that. Like you can't, so a lot of the times you end up peeing on yourself or you end up pooping on yourself. And the mental part of that is, of course, you know, like you're not a dirty person and all of that, but like it makes you feel dirty because you can't control it. And as much as you want to, like you really can't. And they give you pain meds and stuff, but like for me, the pain meds didn't work. I was on ibuprofen and Tylenol, and it didn't work because it's like I was taking Tylenol every 4 hours and ibuprofen every 3 hours or something like that. I can't remember because, you know, baby is already like 7 weeks old. But it was hard on me, and nobody talks about, you know, having to wake up every 2 or 3 hours because baby's hungry and you not being able to move because your body is just so sore and tired and worn out from having a baby. But I think the real part that like really got to me was, you know, not being able to hold my bowel movements, not being able to hold, you know, my pee long enough to get to a bathroom. And that was my breaking point. Like I was like, you know what, I'm done with this shit. Like I'm not ever having a baby again. Like it was very I don't want to say traumatic because that's a very strong word. And you know, with labor and postpartum, there's its hardships, and everybody is different, and my experience may not be like everyone else's, but this is just my experience and what I went through postpartum. But mentally I can see why like a lot of moms go through like postpartum depression, because like those first 2 weeks are like really fucking rough. And if you're not strong, it's hard on you and it's hard on your body. And you know, when you go through something like that alone, it messes with you because like you don't have the help. And like at one point, like when I got out of bed, like my leg was like completely dead, and like I don't know why it was, but like my leg was like completely dead, and I had to like drag my leg to the bathroom. Like I almost fell in the bathroom, and I caught myself like having another like emotional breakdown because I'm like, I need help. Like I'm going through this by myself, and you know, I'm like, I need help, but who do you call for help when all your family is in New York and you know your closest relative lives an hour away? Like who do you call for help at 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning? So it weighs on you a lot. And you know, of course you never want to like regret your baby, because I could never say that this was a poor decision. I can never say that this was a bad thing that I've done, because like I absolutely love my baby and I would like do it all over again if I had to, but it's rough, and you know, you just learn to take it one day at a time. You learn to, you know, find better ways around things. And he's fussy because he's tired, but you find better ways to work around things. And for me, what that was if I used the bathroom on myself, or you know, I was in too much pain, I would just get in the shower. And of course showers don't eliminate all the pain, but it eliminates it enough to like make it manageable. And that's what I would do. I would just get in the tub, well, not in the tub, but I would get in the shower and just try to get my muscles and everything to like calm down while I'm in the shower, because you know, you try to do whatever you can to just decrease the pain. But when I tell you, postpartum is so hard, and like I wish that there was a way like you could get around it, because then hell yeah, I would do this again in a heartbeat. But it's looking like it's a one and done for me. And unless I, you know, come across someone that is like solid, and you know, we get married and my wife wants another baby, then of course. But I think right now I'm just good with my son, and you know, I'm good with the life that I have right now with him, just him. But I just wanted to come and kind of like give you guys an update on like postpartum, and I'll come back and, you know, make another video about like how mom life has been since he's been here, because he's almost 2 months old. And you know, you just take the break from YouTube because you want to spend time with your baby and you don't want to miss it out, and you want to just, you know, before you introduce your baby to the world, you make sure that you get your needed time. So he's perfect and he's amazing, and I just love him so much, even though he's fighting his sleep right now. But I just wanted to come in and give you guys some content, because I know that I have been missing, and the last video I made I had a baby. So I just wanted to come and give a postpartum video. And yeah, I will come back with a video on how mom life has been. So like I always say, guys, I catch you on a flip, so don't flop, and I'll see you again next video, guys. Bye. Hot depresses on your neck.